you ready?
Yeah. Already started. Already started.
Lead us in. All right, lead us in.
Hello, everyone. This is Alexis Cardoza.
Well, hi, I'm Tina.
Hey, we don't talk like that.
Go ahead.
Anywho. Well,
Listen,
hello, everyone. As you interrupt my
movie.
introduction.
This is your movie. Go ahead.
It's not. This is your jam. This is 100% you. Ho, ho, ho. Happy, happy. This is the Grinch.
Wow.
Do you have like fuzzy
What's the name of the show, though?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
No, that's the name of the movie.
You mean this show? I mean, does it matter? Hi, everyone. I'm Deana, and that's Alex, a.k.a. The Grinch. Welcome to That Was Pretty Jolly.
I think I'm just going to let you do the opening from now on. It's just so much easier.
I think it's like for all of our listeners who have ADHD, they love it because that's me, you know?
Yes. I don't think you do have the ADHD, but I could be wrong.
I do.
You do.
It's okay.
I never knew that.
It's controlled. Sometimes.
Oh, that's good. Controlled substances are good. What is your what are we talking about today? I know you mentioned the Grinch. How much do you like this movie?
Can we talk about something really important before?
Sure.
Why? So rewatching our first episode that launched, right? Home Alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I swear to everyone, I don't pick my nose, but I kept playing with my nose because I had a runny nose and it was like all up in there. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
And then there's parts where you're talking and I just kind of like zone out. So it looks like I'm totally bored because I'm just like, but that first take, I didn't have my second screen yet. So I was like, trying not to look at the main screen, but like I was looking at the camera, which was so awkward. Yeah. So I just want to let everybody know I don't pick my nose.
That's the thing about first episodes. They're always going to be a little finagly, but it's cool because everyone knows now that you love nose picking. You zone out. You don't pay any attention to anything that's happening. And this show, which is running worldwide right now,
That Was Pretty Jolly.
It's just a poop show right now.
How would you say that in Spanish? That was pretty jolly.
I don't know. I don't know how to say jolly. There's certain words that we just don't translate.
Say happy. That was pretty happy.
Feliz.
No, but say that was pretty happy.
Eso era muy feliz.
With like happiness. You sound like.
Eso era muy feliz.
Okay, wait. I'm going to say it in English and then you're going to say it in Spanish. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's get our like radio voices on. Hey, everyone. Welcome to That Was Pretty Jolly.
Hola, todo el mundo y bienvenidos a Eso era muy feliz.
Time out. You speak Spanish on the reg. You are from Puerto Rico and you can't even say it right. Take two. Are you ready? Jesus Christmas.
No, hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Are you translating?
We're going to do this right. I don't know the translation for jolly because we don't really use jolly like that. So
wouldn't you say happy then? Because like jolly is happy.
We'll find out right now. Live on. How did we go on a tangent already?
Jolly. Huh? Because I wanted everyone to know, like, I don't pick my nose.
But like
I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, I'm picking my nose. Oh my God, I'm picking my nose.
This has a totally different, but all right, let's see what
Eso fue bastante alegre.
Eso fue bastante alegre.
Something's on fire? Leggies?
Fue bastante alegre.
Alegre. Bastante alegre.
You know what you're saying? Not yet.
Hola, bienvenido a todo el mundo. Okay, go ahead.
You have to wait. I am going to do the English version because when you call any number, it says, for English, press 1. E parle español, número 2. So you come second.
Definitely not. Go ahead.
Ready?
Okay. I'm used to that. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That Was Pretty Jolly.
Bienvenidos todo el mundo y estamos aquí en Eso Fue Bastante Alegre. It's just the way you're like, hi.
Well, because you're supposed to be jolly. We're about to talk. Listen, jolly. I am transported right now in Whoville. So I am like, ha, 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 da, 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 da.
You remind me of the, oh, no, I'm not. I forgot her name now. And we just started the show. All right, go ahead.
Who? Okay, we're not going to do the intro again because clearly somebody can't get it together. So
I'm not going to do the intro. I'm going to start off by letting everyone know that this film was directed by the one and only Ron Howard. I mean, who doesn't know Ron Howard? This was obviously a live adaptation. Do you like these live adaptations, or do you prefer them to be CGI, 3D, or cartoon?
Certain movies, yes, but not all of them. This one, I feel like I am obsessed. I would rather watch this one than the original, just because it brought it to life. And I don't know what their budget was, but take me to Whoville. Love that for me. Love that for me.
Whoville's pretty dope. Whoville, or do you prefer the North Pole and the Santa Claus?
Oh.
Both really nice sets, by the way.
If I don't say the North Pole, am I gonna get on the naughty list?
No,
like, what if Santa's like making a list right now and checking it twice?
Isn't Whoville kind of like, it's like secondary town next to the North Pole?
I just like because everything is so like vibrant and it's big. Like it's bigger, like,
Yeah, everything is like, everything is over
the top.
Way over the top, yeah.
It's like the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland jumped in there and was like, we're just going to make life great. And she, ta-da. Yeah. See what I did there?
All right. I like that. Yeah. I too also like live action. I think it just, the live action makes it much more fun. Jim Carrey, I think, did a hell of a job playing the Grinch.
Love that man.
The film came out on November 17th, 2000, right before the holiday season began.
I was just born.
You were just born.
Yeah. Well, the year prior.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
1999, I was born.
I just graduated. Yeah, I had just graduated high school in that June. That's crazy.
I wonder if like anyone has caught on.
No, not here. The makeup.
Oh my God.
His performance. So I'm gonna just kind of like let you give me, before I start diving deep into everything all the notes that I have here. I want you to tell me your overall feeling. When did you watch this film? Did you rewatch it? Or is it something that you watch every Christmas? Tell me everything.
I think I actually watched it the year it came out. Like, I'm not kidding, because
so you were just sitting as an infant.
Yes, I am. And I was able to understand every word. I am a huge Jim Carrey fan. I know people love him or hate him. I forever will be a huge Jim Carrey fan. I feel like
film then. Favorite Jim Carrey film.
Shoot. Okay. So I'm going to throw it back. I love The Mask.
Oh, classic. Give me your top three then.
Okay. So The Mask, Liar, Liar, and
man.
Okay. It's not Bruce Almighty. That is up there, but I'm going to have to go with, oh my God. Pet Detective. Ace Ventura.
Oh, Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Ace Ventura was on top for me. I think the very first time that I really paid attention to him, like as a actor, was Ace Ventura. I know that he did a bunch of other stuff, and he was always like,
he was in Once Bitten. I think that was his first movie.
Yeah, he did Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
No, see, like I did like him in that, but for me, I think top is going to be Liar, Liar. That was epic.
Liar, Liar was great.
That is blue.
My top three was Ace Ventura, The Mask. I mean, I was young enough to like just fall in love with The Mask.
Cameron Diaz, stunner. She was looking good there.
That's what I'm just gonna say, man. This is a PG-rated show, but goddamn. And this might surprise a lot of people, but the change between the funny man and getting into a little bit more of a serious role when he did the number 23, that took me by storm.
Oh.
That movie just really like opened up my eyes to the range that he had when he was this deranged. Like,
what about Cable Guy? He was that psycho guy.
Cable Guy was still though a comedy, right? So it still falls on the comedy.
Crazy.
He was right. He was like, yeah, he was when he was.
God, he has so many. I think that's why he was the best Grinch, because he has so many personalities, and the Grinch just like He's all over the place.
Yeah, the man's 62 years old. He's had a long
He's
career.
young. That's
And
young.
now he's now doing he plays Eggman on Sonic the Hedgehog movies, which have
I
like
didn't know this.
yeah, he after Sonic 1, he said he was retiring. And then they announced Sonic 2 and he's in Sonic 2. Then he's like, yeah, I'm really retiring. Then they announced Sonic 3 and he's in Sonic 3. So the movies have done insanely well. People love the Sonic films.
These are cartoons.
And these are live action.
What?
Yeah. If you have Paramount Plus, they're on Paramount Plus. Go check them out.
I don't.
If you, there's ways to watch it, which I don't get into on here, but I'm sure I'm just gonna text it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think he was incredible. So you said you watched this when it first came out.
Yeah.
You gave me your top films. Give me your overall feel of The Grinch then.
I'm obsessed. I think this is such a good movie because it's funny on a kid level, but it also has that adult humor, if you will. And there's just the constant story like unfolding because I think as a kid, when you watch The Grinch or you read the books, you don't get that whole backstory of when he was a little kid and how he came to be living where he lives. And they really do a good job in painting that picture. So for me, I was just like, I'm in the zone. Like, this is not one of those movies where even if I've seen it 50,000 times, you might go on your phone, you scroll off. Like, no, we are glued. We are glued to the TV. I watch it with the kids. I absolutely love The Grinch. But it has to be the Jim Carrey. Like, it has to be that one. I can't watch the other ones. No.
Yeah, no, he did. I mean, I know that they came up with The Grinch, not too long ago, which is more of a kids cartoonish style, like movie CGI or whatever it is, 3D. It was good, but this still holds today. You can put this film on today if it had just came out and it'll still do just as good. And talking about that, the box office, the film was a massive success. It grossed for that time $345 million worldwide. That was for 2000.
Damn.
Okay, and I understand right before that, the biggest one I think was Titanic, which just everyone loved Titanic. If you didn't have the double
Leonardo
VCR tapes.
DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet, right?
Yeah, but Leonardo DiCaprio, like, I'm still young for him. Like, I know he only dates young people.
No, he only does the 25s. Making it the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
Really?
Are you ready for this?
Stop.
Until 2018's The Grinch animated version.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Well, do we have a number on their budget? I want to know their budget.
No, but we could look that up. Now it won an Academy Award for Best Makeup. Let's talk about the Whoville. Like you mentioned it is super over the top.
I love that.
I mean,
I want to live there. Like, well, maybe not.
It is so over the top, Deana. The film is like the film said the way they showcased how everyone's cheerful and happy for Christmas, and everyone's obsessed with all the decorations and the celebrations in the whole town. Hell, we talk about the Grinch makeup, but the people of Whoville, they look great too. They didn't look cheap.
Rosy cheeks, super pale. I mean, listen, it took him, what was it, 8.5 hours to do his makeup for the Grinch.
Jesus.
And these people had like the cute little noses, their hair. They were just
I think that's the look that girls on TikTok go for now.
What?
Like when they're doing their dances, is the pointy nose with the little shine on the tip and with the rosy cheeks. I think Whoville started it all. So if you ladies out there that are doing your TikTok dances and your
called highlight.
And
it makes your nose look tinier, you dope.
And of course, as the movie starts off, the tales being told. I mean, it's so great because they lay it all out for you. Yeah. Not only do they lay out the story in the beginning, just like as the book does, right, and leads you to meet the Grinch, but they also later on, like you mentioned, they talk about him coming up as a kid.
I
and getting
know.
teased and all that stuff, and
So
um
sad.
how he basically landed in Whoville by mistake. And we'll get to that. Let's talk a little about the Grinch, and you got to tell me why you like him so much. Now, he lives in a cave on Mount Crumpet, as I wrote here. He is bitter. He's lonely. He despises Christmas due to his traumatic childhood experiences, which we'll get to. He was bullied and ridiculed. Tell me why you like the Grinch, not the movie, the
The
actual Grinch
person.
character. Yeah, the character.
I feel like we all know a Grinch. And I don't mean that like someone who's just crabby. There's either in your family or a friend who is the Grinch. And
Wait, am I that friend
every
now?
holiday season, stupid. Every holiday season, there's just someone who can't get into the festivities, can't find their jolly moments, if you will. And they just need that reminding,
They
They
need a
need that
little
like
Christmas spirit.
they need a hug. But it's like he obviously like listen. His dog Max, which so
I
many
love
people
Max.
confuse, Max is a female dog. So let's just correct that because a lot of people believe Max is a boy dog. No, Max is female, which makes sense. She's putting up with him all the time
Sure. Yeah.
and just showing him the ways. But like if he didn't have a heart, if he didn't really love, like Max wouldn't have stuck around. So it's just like you watch him and although he's grumpy and he's like everything is just like crotchety in his whole way, like he is still, I think he's adorable. I think he's so cute. The only time I ever got really grossed out is when he was little and he had all like the shaving tags
Yeah.
on his face. I was like, oh, I can't do that. He looked like a little gremlin when he was a kid, so maybe that's
He
why I liked
was
it so hard.
Isn't that what he is? A gremlin?
But he challenges the people's, and this is the flip side, right? He challenges the individuals of Whoville, their beliefs of what Christmas really is, because their head is wrapped around gifts and all this stuff and decorations. And he's the one that puts the spin on it. It's like, no,
Right.
It's not about that. It's about being together and being holly jolly and loving the ho-ho man.
For every antagonist, you got a protagonist. And who's our protagonist here?
Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou Who.
Hi, Cindy. And
Cindy,
we're going to talk about my discovery like after
yeah.
this.
Cindy was played by a young Taylor Momsen.
Oh my God. I still can't believe this. This is like mind-blowing.
Cindy Lou plays obviously a really large role in the film.
Huge.
And a larger role than in the actual book or the original animated series, to be completely honest. And it goes deep, man. She questions consumerism of Christmas and becomes a curious about the Grinch immediately from the get-go, from the beginning of the movie. So they don't waste any time. And wondering why he hates the holidays, which of course we'll get into in a little bit here. But Cindy Lou Who, you got excited before we started the show because you kind of remembered something or something like
So
reminded you of who she was. Tell me about it.
So I never connected the dots because when you watch a movie, it's like, I feel like when you see childhood actors, they're always childhood actors and they don't grow up.
Yeah.
And then mind blown, Taylor Momsen was on Gossip Girl, Jenny Humphrey.
Yeah.
And I think it was when they said when she was in this movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, it gave her this whole want to be in music. So this triggered her music career. I think she's still singing. I don't know. It's like a grungy kind of Ashley Simpson vibe, if you will. But yeah, what? That's Jenny Humphrey, Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Like, who would have ever thought? Like, oh my God, she's so cute.
Sometimes kids grow up,
Mind blown. What? Fun facts. I love them.
The character itself is really fun to kind of just watch because she's so curious. Her dad's a mailman, and they're kind of he's explaining to her why he might be grumpy. I mean, he gets no mail, no one hears from him. Like they show in the mailbox, this has this full of cobwebs, and throughout, in the beginning of the film, you see that he's doing all this stuff that he does to try to keep himself busy in the cave. Like if he has like an actual life inside of the cage between him and Max, because that's what it is. And then he does come down to Whoville, which is pretty like interesting that they like immediately put him into the mix with everyone there. And he's walking around checking out the town and whatever. And, you know, he ends up at the post office, and it's the scene when he's hanging from the roof and from the ceiling. I mean,
the
and
what?
like
the roof?
the ceiling, the roof, the ceiling with Max and poor Cindy Lou, who kind of like catches him. Right there and then, you can tell that he cares for this little girl because she falls into the sorting machine.
Mm-hmm. She almost
And he's like, nah, yeah, he's like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna walk away and just let her. This is not my fault. This has nothing to do with me. Obviously, Max is like, ain't having it. Max is like, nah, man, go save her. So he's like, okay, fine. And you can see he felt bad. He actually, like, believe it or not, the Grinch felt bad and goes back and helps Cindy Lou and takes her out. And she's like, oh, thank you, Mr. Grinch. Oh, what was that for?
Okay.
That's
and
when.
Do you secretly like rehearse these lines? Like,
yes, I always rehearse my lines. Okay. I did this show 4 times before we started it, and then you know, he wraps her up in paper and just takes off. But that's the first instance that I noticed. Like, he's not that bad, you know. Like he's not this big grump. Like he is grumpy, but you know, how do you feel? Do you feel like he actually always had like hair in his bones? And I know that he's always checking his heart to make sure it's shrinking and it's not growing. But do you feel like that maybe he did have some type of good in him?
Yeah, he did. Like, I mean, when they show the scene when he was in school and he was making that angel gift, and then he got made fun of, and he was just like, you know what? It's easier to be feared. It's easier to be alone than deal with people who don't understand me. So he just shut everything off. And
let's talk about that. I know that, you know, and this is what we do. We're talking about a film here. We're sitting on a table that's round.
We're not sitting on a table. We're sitting at a table.
On a table.
You need to get your prepositions in check.
No, there's no prepositions, propositions, or
it's preposition.
Prenups, whatever. We're talking about on the table with our delicious hot chocolate.
No, I have hot chocolate today. Did you see my protein hot chocolate I made?
Yeah, I like that.
Was it? Did you really see it?
Yes, I watch all your stories. That sounds kind of scary. Like I'm like, oh, there it is.
Creeper.
That is kind of creepy. That was pretty creepy. Coming soon.
Help.
Blink twice on the podcast if you want to let them know that you.
What's the sign? You're supposed to go like this, right?
Yeah, with the thumb in. Yeah.
Oh, thumb. No, it's not.
Is it the thumb in?
I don't know. I should learn it.
Yeah, you should. It's kind of scary. Be careful if you see a zip tie on your car too. That's always scary as well.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, no, actually, it's good to bring up, especially around the holidays, because there are some crazies out there.
Yes.
If there's $1 in your windshield, I don't care how much you're hurting, leave it.
If you're ever driving and someone throws eggs at your windshield, do not turn on your wipers. Just keep on
that's
driving.
The worst.
Don't ever turn on your wipers. The things you know here at That Was Pretty Jolly.
Was that a sponsored like safetyfirst.com?
No, but I would like to thank the people over at G Fuel for continuing to keep me powered up with all the energy that I need. Deana already knows what happens when I pop open that can of G Fuel Miami Nights.
It's too much.
I get crazy.
You need
in a good way.
They need to make you have a half decaf, half calf.
No, we need all of it. It's enough. Trust me. It's good. Mm-hmm. Keeps me focused, in line. All right. I had a great show last week because of it. All right.
I don't remember what we talked about.
Wow. Make sure you use the code word press record all together. It'll save you 20% when you get yourself a couple cans or whatever you want from the website. And it also helps the show, so we can put some money back into it and I can buy Deana a new mic.
For right now, she is looking good. She's nice. She's fine.
Yeah, I like my white mic too. It's nice. It's nice. A nice.
Okay, so you're with
color.
Beacon and I'm with AKG right now.
Tell us about poor little Grinchy going to school and the way that he descends down onto Whoville, and the family that finds him were so sad that he was on the tree. Remember that his little basket got
Okay.
stuck in a tree. And,
I felt bad for the baby that got like booted. So it's like, you know, the stork.
He did get booted.
Yeah, the stork was dropping the baskets. And normally the stork delivers the baby, but in this sense, they were just delivered via bassinet with umbrellas. And a strong gust of wind came, and the Grinch somehow floated in the wrong direction. Like GPS was not working. And the precious baby that was going to the home of these two individuals got booted. The Grinch landed in a tree, and he was fuzzy and green. And they took him in, they cared for him and loved him. So he did experience love. It's not like he grew up in like a rough household.
He was happy.
Yeah. And
did you ever watch Family Guy?
Yeah, of course I did.
Do you remember when there was a he says stork, so this just popped in my head.
Tangent.
Remember when the stork, there was a scene when a stork had to they were delivering babies, and one of the storks goes into a bedroom, and he has the little like what is that called that he carries? Little sack, right, where the baby usually lays in.
Okay.
And the lady's there, and she's in the bed. She goes, "Oh my God, where's the baby?"
I don't remember this.
And the stork just lets the thing drop, right? And it's a red light bulb.
Why?
And he puts it in the lamp. He goes, "I'm not here to deliver a baby. I'm here to make a baby."
The stork wanted to have a baby?
Wants to make a baby, yeah.
With a human.
With a human. So,
I'm happy I missed this episode.
So he changes the light bulb to a red light bulb, and then the scene goes black. But anyway, go ahead, continue. He experiences love. This baby. He grows up. He goes to private school where he meets the person that falls in love with him.
Wait, because he's in love with the teacher. No. Yeah, not that he's in love with the teacher, but he wants to gift the teacher a gift.
Yes.
But what's her face? I'm blanking. Help. The name, the character of who he likes. She becomes
Martha May?
Yeah, Martha May.
Martha May has the hots for him from the get-go.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So like she's watching him get made fun of, and then he makes this gift and they make fun of his gift. And it actually was so pretty. It was like
Mayor Augustus is a dick. He was just like straight on hated him from the get-go.
Well,
he was the consequential like bully from back in the day. Martha had the hots for Grinch. Grinch was like, "Oh man,
why do you think she had the hots for him?"
He was different. He was different.
She
was into it. She loved the fur. He was green. Like green's my favorite color.
I love the fur.
You know.
Pretty sure it wasn't that.
It was definitely the fur. Okay, fur's sexy. And
no.
Really?
I don't own anything with real fur. It's like not nice.
No, it doesn't have to be real fur. Synthetic fur made.
No, like even like carpets. I'm not a high pile kind of person. I'm a low pile, or I have all ruggables. So like all gunk can get in it. Like
never heard high pile and low piles, but yeah.
What? Okay, anyway. Can you imagine though, like dating someone like the Grinch, and you go out and
he leaves hair.
You go to you go to hibachi, right? What happens after you leave hibachi?
I don't know. What?
You smell like hibachi. So you got to get in the shower and wash. Okay, Imagine the shower time for your Grinch.
That'd be a good time though. Hanging out in the shower, just
that's a lot of shampoo. That's a lot of conditioner. That's a clogged drain. I'm thinking about.
Well, that's why he's the Grinch. He doesn't shower.
Okay,
he's a mean
even
one.
Worse. Even worse.
He smells like a. What he says on the song? You smell like a skunk. He falls in love. He makes this grand design that you just mentioned. He really did a good job with this angel.
I know. It was like stained glass. That's what he was like trying to was reflecting.
Or metal.
You're missing the point. Anyway. Anywho, in Whoville.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, this is like where he gets like really made fun of. Like, when he makes Mayor Augustus, when he's a kid, makes fun of him because he's hairy. So he goes and shaves. And like you mentioned, he comes to school with a bag over his head. Poor kid. And that's when it all turned for him. That was his supervillain origin story right there.
Breaking point.
Poor kid. That's when he turned into the Super Grinch. And I can tell you that if that would have happened to any normal person, I can see why they would be turned into who he turned into. I mean, he really hates Christmas now. How can you hate Christmas?
You can.
This a-hole just made him hate it. Now he has a plan. He has a plan because he has so much hatred in him. What is his plan, Deana? What does he want to do to
destroy Christmas?
He wants to destroy Christmas. He wants to steal Christmas. He's fueled by his hatred for the holidays. The Grinch, he devises a plan to steal Christmas from Whoville, which, by the way, these scenes were done so well. Him weaving in and out of the town, grabbing all of the lights, going into the chimneys and forcing his way in through the chimneys.
Like a snake.
Yeah. I mean, it was so good. And no one hurt him. No one hurt. He is like destroying the town, and no one even made a beep. Like, oh, what's that sound? No. Him and Max.
He's stealthy.
He's super
That's the word,
stealthy.
stealthy. Yes, stealthy.
Yeah. Do you remember how he came up with with his reasoning for wearing the Santa Claus suit?
No.
So he was trying to figure out a disguise to go into town to do this, right? And he like tried on a dress, or he tried to like one of those German friggin'
oh, that's right.
thing.
Yeah. What are these called? Not knickerbackers.
But you know what I'm talking about. You see them on Oktoberfest. They're all wearing it.
What is it called?
But I believe that he gets mad at Max, and he like kicks Max out or something like that, and Max is in the snow, and he pulls him out of the snow. He's like, I'm sorry. And Max has the little beard on him. He goes, wait a second. I mean, diabolical, man. And just to think on the fly, like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
And he sews his own Santa Claus suit.
Because he's crafty.
He also sews his fingers.
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
He's screaming and like looking at him, and that's just Jim Carrey at his best, by the way. His facial expression, his mannerisms, he's just so good at that. But yeah, he just goes out in town and just freaking steals everything until what? He meets up with Cindy. Do you remember like what happened with Cindy? That whole thing there, like he was like, oh man, like what am I doing? Did he come to that?
She guilts him because she's like, she's questioning what he's doing. Like normally his mindset is just go, go, go. Who cares? But then again, here's this girl that he saved that obviously he doesn't want to admit. And she is that, what do they call it in Christmas time? Not your guilt. What do they call that? Your conscience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's like his like conscience that needs to come out. And she's like, what are you doing? Like, it's all like,
right, yeah.
No. And then he starts to think about it. It's like,
Now, the reason why he's pissed about Christmas, but Cindy Lou wanted him to come to town, and introduce him to the town to show that he's not that mean. Mm-hmm. And, it happened again. This is why he decided to steal Christmas, by the way, is because he got made to look like a fool in the town. They were doing like
the new mayor, right? Oh no, the Christmas cheer, what's it called?
They had the festival where they kept on feeding him.
It's the award though. What is the award? Christmas something?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Spirit Award. Oh, Lord.
You can look it up while I talk here.
I am looking. Oh, I just hit a wrong button.
She hit the wrong button. Is there buttons on your phone? Wow, I don't. So, yeah.
Yes, I have a blue BlackBerry. I have a blueberry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's new.
I remember those.
It's new, blueberry. The Holiday
Clippers.
Cheermeister
The
Award.
Cheermeister Award. Yes.
There we go.
Yes. So he gave her the Clippers again, and it brought back everything.
That
And
was so mean.
that's when he was just like, I'm
Forget
done
it.
with this.
Forget it.
And this is why he went on a rampage. This film is it's pretty much cemented all like Jim Carrey's reputation as one of the Hollywood's most versatile comedic actors, especially for that time.
Do you know that Tim Burton almost directed this?
That would have been dope.
But he had a scheduling conflict, so he did not.
That is also not a good thing. I would have loved for him to do this. Tim Burton and The Grinch. Wow.
Insane. I just get like Beetlejuice vibes all up in there, but like
it would be a very dark Whoville. Every time I think of Tim Burton, you start thinking about the Batman films and and Beetlejuice. Very, very dark. It's very similarly to you see sunlight in Tim Burton films. Yeah. Oh, and The Nightmare Before, which we covered here. The movie brought Dr. Seuss's world to life in a way audiences had never seen before. I mean, they brought The Cat in the Hat after this with what's his name, Mike Myers. Yeah, from the like we mentioned before, the beautiful, colorful sets of Whoville. It was super detailed. This is an age where we weren't using a lot of CGI or crazy fake scenery, like what's that called? Green screening. A lot of the things. So it looked really good. The Grinch's lair was really dope. They said that Ron Howard and his team created an immersive world so it could appeal to both children and adults alike, which is pretty cool. Now, in terms of Christmas movies, where do you put this one? I know I ask you this all the time.
Like voting time, or just like where do I see it?
Yeah. Where do you see it in your own Mount Rushmore of Christmas films?
It's definitely up there. It's definitely
top 10?
It has to be, because it's just like that childhood. Shut up. It's that childhood classic, like everyone knows The Grinch, because here's why. I love it because, and I wish instead of Elf on the Shelf, they would come out with The Grinch, and you would have all the fun. Like when I'm having an off day when the holidays are just all over the place, I think it's cool to be The Grinch. So yes, it shows kids that you have your ups, your downs, and the Grinch would say you're all around.
Wow.
He would definitely say that.
Yeah. Yes, he would, but you did first. So.
Do you know that other people were picked for this role possibly?
No, well, please. This is your time to shine, ma'am.
I want you to guess. 2 other people were up for grabs for this.
For this film?
Yes.
Oh my God. Were they comedians?
One of them was.
Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Okay.
2000, dude. Ryan Reynolds was like 5.
I don't think that far. Shoot. I know Mike Myers did Cat in the Hat, so that wasn't him, right? No. There were comedians. Tim Allen?
One of them.
Tim Allen or no?
No.
Oh my gosh. I'm blanking out.
I'll give you a hint.
Sure.
Long Hallway, Twins.
Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
No way.
Was one of them. The other one was a cop.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Nope. And he was in Lethal Weapon. Was he in Lethal Weapon?
Mel Gibson?
Not Mel Gibson.
Danny Glover?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Lethal Weapon?
Was he in Lethal Weapon? No, he was in the cop movie.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was something.
Oh, let me tell you.
That would have been funny too.
Oh, he would have killed it.
I can't see Jack Nicholson because I feel like when I think of Jack Nicholson, I think scary, Joker.
The Shining, the Joker. Yeah.
So that kind of would freak me out a little bit, but like Eddie Murphy, that would have been funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would have been really good. I like that. I had no idea. I love listening to these things that you find. I mean, this is why you're here and you're the lead of the show.
I'm smart. Don't let the hair fool you.
Well, you know.
It's so long. Oh my God.
Let's
like
let's give it your your rating system here. Let's how many candy canes
this is easy.
do you give the Grinch?
This is easy. 5. 5,
Yeah?
5, 5, 5. Oh yeah. This is easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's comical. It's like family laughter, has some adult humor in there. It's just, and it is against the grain, which I love. Not everything has to be so holly jolly in holidays. You want to be the Grinch? Be the Grinch.
Sure.
A little Grinchy.
Well, before I give you my delicious candy canes, I like to let you guys know that some of the critiques here about the film, some critics felt that the movie was overly focused on visuals and lacked the simplicity of Dr. Seuss's original books. Others noted that Carrey's maniac energy, while impressive, often overshadowed the heart of the story. I don't know. I think it played very well. These people are being overly critical. And you got to remember
it's a book. It's a Dr. Seuss book. That's why.
Critics at this time in the year 2000, if they were in their 40s and 50s, that means they lived through the freaking 40s and 50s. So no,
you have to understand.
I'm sorry. They were born like in the 20s.
Here's why. When you take a classic book like Dr. Seuss books and you create something, you're always going to get picked apart if you don't follow that whole timeline or vibe. I think they did, because this is what Dr. Seuss would have painted the 3D picture of. But again, just like Alice in Wonderland and all those books turned into movies, you're always going to have the people who are like, you didn't follow the classics.
Always. It did come with some praise, though, as the Carrey's performance was wildly praised, with many saying that he carried the entire film. Oh, wow. Obviously, if you're going to have him as a lead, he should be carrying the film. I mean, that's just my thought process. The production design, costumes, and makeup were also highly lauded. Like I said before, it won many awards, with the film becoming a contender in the awards circuits, other awards like I just mentioned before, and then winning the Oscar. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So with that all out there, friends, I'd like to give this film also 5 delicious candy canes, because God, it's a classic and it still hits.
Are you wearing like full jammies?
I do, yes.
You have fuzzy slippers?
I don't have the fuzzy slippers on me right now. It'll be 400 degrees. The next film we're going to be watching.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
You know what? For this next film, she's actually going to be sitting out, because I have a very special guest who's going to join us. We're going to be going over 2022's Christmas with You with Freddie Prinze Jr.
So I'm sitting out. I'm not allowed.
Well, no, you just said you don't have no idea. You don't know what films we're doing. You're too busy. You're just sitting here because I paid your retainer to come here and just lend your voice out. Okay?
Oh, I'm checking the Venmo because nothing came through. Denied.
You still use Venmo? No, I use Western Union. That's why I probably never got there.
Western Union? Oh my God. No.
But anyway.
Did you fill out the carbon copy paper too?
I still do that, yes. And when I pay with credit cards, I want them to use the machine too. So
this is our first guest on the show. Yes, it is dope. I made the mistake last week.
I know, that's why I wasn't saying anything.
Stupid.
Because Deana knows the future. Deana, tell them where they can follow you.
You can follow me in many, many places. And we're going to turn up that radio voice. So let's do this. First and foremost, I love the Instagram. Before anyone else was on it, I was on it when Instagram was an imitation of a Polaroid picture. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Yes. So you can find me there. It's thequeenbuzz.com, thequeenbuzz.com. On there, you can just check out all the links, follow my blog, check me out. I'm a published author. Woo, woo. And also on my podcasts. Plural, not just here, because that would be boring if it was just one, right? We have to do many. You can hit me up on 4.0 in Life and patreon.com/serve and spill. Back to you, Alex.
Wow. That's the Queen Buzz, DOTCOM, for those of you who can't spell.
No, it's .com, you dope. I always spell the DOT because they think it's a dot.
That's what I just said, DOT.
You spelled COM.
.com.
Why would you spell
DOTCOM?
Yeah, the Queen Buzz, DOT.com.
Right.
I can't. I spell the dot because people think it's a dot. You're stupid.
Right.
You're canceled.
How am I canceled?
Canceled. I'm here. You know what? Hold on.
ThequenBuzz.
Canceled. Gegghead. Yeah. Gegghead. Gegghead. That's it. Right there.
I can't
All right, where
wait
can we
for it.
find you if we want to? Because not many people do, but go ahead. Just shout out. Just in case.
Wow. You guys can find everything I do at alexiscardoza.com. And no DOT, not COM, just alexiscardoza.com.
Oh,
put it on your web
enough.
browser. Okay.
Enough.
What?
Listen, I've been going strong since 2010. So
you can change
out
the name
yourself.
anytime you want.
I don't want to change the name. I built a brand on this, you dope.
It's okay. You're not changing the name. You're just like putting an actual dot there because you could. For real, you could. I hope you know this.
I don't want to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
God.
Do you know how many codes I have with that?
My God. So
you want to save money, you hit me up.
So yeah, just follow me on everything I do there. I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I'm not gonna name them because we'll be here all freaking day. So if you go in there, follow me. We'll have fun.
What are we watching again next week? I forgot.
I forgot too. It's called Christmas with You with Amy Garcia and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Christmas with you.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Feeling it. Christmas with you.
It's a film about a Puerto Rican dad and his daughter who come together
right now
to help him find love.
I love
it's
that.
a heartwarming film.
I love that.
So
I love
he
that.
plays a little guitar.
Does he really?
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun watch.
Like Coco?
You can find it on the Netflix.
On the Netflix.
Thank you all for listening to another episode
of The Long Tangent.
Of that
was pretty jolly.